Am I implying that the war is simply residing within the dimly lit corners of the collective subconscious? Am I saying that if nobody thinks about it, the fighting will cease? No, quite the contrary, since taking such a stance would only be a treacherous slip into denial. And frankly, denial never won a war, either in the world or within the self. Yet we can know this. If humans everywhere could cease the warring activities of their minds, there simply could be no wars arising in the shared outer reality. Indeed, it matters little whether the mind projects itself to be doing battle with itself or some other perceived enemy. The mere fact that the mind is habituated to fighting means that conflicts will continue, and likely at a very high cost. As for the madding crowd, well, over this course, or the course of this series of classes, I hope it will become quite obvious that it, the madding crowd, lives within the parameters of the mind. Oh, yes, there certainly are outer reflections to be found. Reflections mirrored by the inner psyche, so that it may more accurately perceive itself. Now, I don't want to leave the misimpression that simply understanding the reflective relationship between the mind and the world is all that's needed to clean the slate, so to speak. Indeed, one must discover how to go free from the bondage of karma. Of course, this is not an easy task, since the mind, again and again, turns out to be the battlefield for the ego's drive for power. In the end, one must release all attachments to habituated patterns or the thoughts and feelings that trigger them to play out unconsciously. Indeed, one must learn what it means to be truly happy. Yet, how is attaining lasting happiness even possible while living in such a chaotic world or struggling with the inner madding crowd of the mind? Well, there is a way to be happy amidst the chaos and turmoil, and many wise beings have made this very point before me. The Buddha was remarkably insightful when it came to grasping the workings of the mind. He saw clearly that what people really want is to be happy, to embody a type of happiness that is impervious to the winds of change or the ups and downs of the ego's taking life so personally. Yet he also saw that most people search for happiness in the wrong way. Isn't there some country western song about looking for love in all the wrong places? Well, the same is true for happiness. Indeed, for all their efforts or put into the search, the chaos and actions of, the choices and the actions of most people return only suffering and not happiness. Out of this recognition, the Buddha was moved to great compassion for all the suffering humanity brings upon itself. In his teachings to monks and disciples, he noted different types of happiness, which he associated with various stages of spiritual awakening. As one probes ever deeper into the mysteries of awakening, the happiness gained at each stage nudges him or her ever closer to the highest type of happiness, the happiness of nibbana. That's the Pali word for freedom, or the liberation from suffering.